a stew.
A pinch of salt and laughter too.
A scoop of kids to add the spice.
A dash of love to make it nice. And you've got
Too many cooks.
too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
All right, we're starting. This is the Lord Commander Melee Final at the Fantasy Flight Game Center, and we have the 4 players here all doing commentary who are playing that day. I am Evan Johnson.
I'm Tim Sherm.
Mark Seeley.
And Cameron Davison.
And here we are. You can see the camera getting arranged right now as we all go about shuffling. I'm playing Martell Banner the Wolf. My deck is basically called Don't Touch Me, and I'm amazed that I made it this far.
It's a slow deck, isn't it?
I don't think there's a single renowned character in the deck.
Well, you have Uller? Do you have Harmon Uller?
Oh yeah, okay. There's one renowned character
And
in there.
then you spike power with like a Doran's game, right?
Yeah, I did do that once or twice.
And I'm on the upper left there. I'm playing a Stark Banner Rose deck, and that is basically the opposite of what Evan's deck does. It just plays a ton of renowned characters and just tries to win challenges either on offense and, if I'm lucky, defense, and just grab a bunch of power that way. Cameron, what are you playing?
Good old Stark Fealty. I kind of went back and forth, or I've been going back and forth for a while between Fealty and Crossing as far as melee goes, but I just figured, Crossing may or may not hit, but Fealty will pretty much guarantee at least an economy boost every round for me. Mark, how about you?
I was playing Stark Fealty as well. I was really looking for a build that was tailored to my play style of losing characters at a ridiculous pace, and I think I did pretty well at that.
Yeah, so it's a Tully deck, right?
Yeah, it's a Tully deck that uses
River Run,
Caitlyn
right?
and River Run primarily.
And maybe we'll get to see that in action.
Maybe.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting our opening hands here.
I think if I remember correctly, we all mulligan,
Yeah, I think
Yep.
that is exactly right.
which is pretty hilarious.
And I think I get a garbage setup, which was the case a lot today for my games. What was everyone's record here at the table? Cameron, you were undefeated, right?
Yeah.
I think I was 2 wins and 1 second place.
I was 2 wins and 1 third place, I believe.
I was 2 wins and 1 second place to Evan here.
Yep.
It's a fun day. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the only person at this table I hadn't played yet was Cameron. I played a table with Tim that Tim won, and I played a table with Mark that I won.
We're all pile
Shuffling
shuffling.
madly.
Do you guys feel more comfortable pile shuffling after a mulligan? Like, okay, it can't be a second bad draw.
Yeah.
Rather than just trying to, like, I don't know, what do you call that? That kind of like
The
just
riffle.
riff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That hand shuffle. That
More of a
march
forced
down that
hand
way.
shuffle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just cramming the cards together.
Yep. Yeah, the bigger hammer theory. It'll just work.
So Evan was surprised to be here at this table. I was as well. I had the wrong plot deck. I didn't have anything above initiative 7, I think, in my deck,
Sure.
which is a huge mistake when it comes to melee. You always want a Clash of Kings or a sneak attack in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't tell you how many times I would have loved to see one. And instead, I'm playing,
Wildfire maybe. Or,
or trading with Bentoshi or something like that, initiative 2, and just hope somebody makes me first by accident. Not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting to be here either. At the beginning, I asked Ryan how long this would go. He said 5:30 for the last table, so I said, well, I should be done by 4.
Little
And
did
here
you
I
know.
was, yeah. When I won the first 2 tables, I was,
Like,
I
you're
was
in
a
the
little
running.
shocked.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was your first tournament, right, Mark?
Yeah, my very first Game of Thrones tournament.
Like actual tournament, not just
Actual
your
tournament.
first melee? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'd never played a joust tournament. I'd only played melee the night before once. So just so I could get used to the
Yeah.
titles and
yeah
stuff
the
like that.
titles and figure out who was allies and whatnot.
Yep. I know that I had never played my deck before this tournament. I
Yeah.
put it together at about midnight the night before.
So we were all prepared.
Yeah.
Cameron was probably the most prepared, I think.
I think I thought about it, but I hadn't actually tested it in a melee format before. And you had just said that you had switched from Lord Crossing.
Crossing to fealty, yeah.
Why did you do that?
Because crossing really demands that you want to do 3 challenges on your
Yeah,
turn.
and it can get you the extra power, but it could also bite you in the ass and
Yep.
just be a hindrance. But like I said, I went back and forth on it. It was kind of a last-minute change going into fealty.
As you can all see, Cameron is currently rocking the Lord Commander
Yeah.
playmat.
Defending the title.
Yeah, he won the last melee tournament.
Yeah,
so.
and being undefeated at this time is just like, I think I have a lot of targets on me right now. So
Yeah, you had bullseyes at every table. That's for sure.
Yeah,
kudos
so
to you for 3 wins, by the way.
Thanks.
That was huge.
thanks.
3 wins on 4-player tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple
a big
3-player
deal.
tables at throughout this tournament. I know I had won one of them, and I think I took second at
All
another
right,
one.
here's flops.
All right, so on my side, I got Tyene, a little Winterfell Reducer, and a King's Road.
Not bad.
And then Mark's got Caitlyn and Winterfell Reducer. Cameron's probably got the best setup of a lot of us here. He's got
Yep.
Grey Wind, Sansa, Reducer, and a Rose Road.
Although it is nice to see Callan like right off the bat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Just
true.
Start that going, but
I'm not going to lie, I was really happy about
and,
that.
and Tim, what do you got there?
I got, I think it's the House Umber, the Vanguard.
Great John's Vanguard.
Yeah. And it was a Caretaker.
Yep.
So,
All right, well, we're all choosing some plots here.
yep. So, not a good setup for me. I didn't even use all 8.
But yeah, economy wise, looks like me and Evan have that advantage right now.
And so, me and Mark are going to be gunning for that gold title,
Yep.
Master at Coin.
I was happy to see Tyene right off the bat, but I also knew that she could get controlled pretty easily.
Sure.
So I definitely knew I had to make some friends right away. So let's see. I'm flipping Varys' Riddle. We got 2 noble causes and 1 calm over Westeros. So I'm mostly glad that someone actually flipped something that I could copy.
Did that riddle ever not hit?
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
And in a melee tournament, I think it's a pretty
Pretty
good
strong
plot.
plot.
Yeah, I think you were running it as well.
What do you remember what you took here? Was it power or military or?
We said the same thing.
We
right?
we both did military,
Okay.
Yeah,
myself
I
and
didn't-
Mark.
I couldn't defend myself, even with what I had in my hand. So
Right,
I
we
knew
don't-
what I had to do.
Don't have a single military icon
Yeah,
out there, neither
Calm,
of us.
Calm is so much better in melee than it is in joust. It's just like
Yeah.
in joust, it's
And
kind of
it's-
just okay.
Yeah.
Plus, with allies, it's just a little bit extra buff. And then I think that Tim had the military or the master of ships here. I'm almost sure
Yeah.
of it. Is it me taking an extra long time? I'm sorry.
Reading those title cards. for the
think-
Well, I didn't know what any of them did still. So.
Yeah, right? Well, the most confusing part about the titles is the interaction, like
Yes.
who hits what and who's going to be coming after me.
Yeah, I
Is
think
it-
every single turn I was asking, who am I friends with? Who's
Yeah.
not my ally?
Well, it's one of the strategies is to kind
after
of
you pick them.
is to try to take a title you think will be supported by one of your opponents.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
so, it's fun.
And what you guys just saw there was we messed up the titles. There was an alt art card in there along with all the titles, and so
That's right.
we had to redo that real quick.
I think it was Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Because the alt arts for this particular tournament
Had the same back.
back.
Yeah.
same back as the titles that were also handed out.
Yeah.
As participation or.
Always like having the faction cards and plots kind of all central there. It's nice to just be able to look in that area and get all the information you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably gonna see my hands a lot in this video. I'm like
So we're waiting on Tim here.
Yeah. So when it comes, obviously my first pick isn't there because I usually pick them right away. When it comes to like my second or third choice, I'm again looking to see like, am I gonna pick something that is supported by what's left in the pile, or is it gonna be supported by something that somebody already picked? So that's what I'm trying to look for there.
So here we flip titles. We got Master of Whispers for myself. Mark's got Master of Coin, Master of Laws for Cameron, and then Master of Ships
Yep.
for Tim. And so I made I made Mark go first since I won initiative. I really wanted to just kind of sit back, didn't want to do anything too early. I mean, going last is generally pretty good, at least in the first
Unless
couple
you're
rounds.
trying to close, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But in that first plot though, it's really advantageous to go last and see what everyone marshals. And then
Exactly.
see how the challenges shake out.
Well, and there's no power to grab anyway right now, so.
Yeah.
Right,
So everyone's concentrating on those first 2 challenges.
right.
And even then, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised here. If I remember correctly, Mark passes on challenges.
No, I don't think I did on this one.
yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I had, I can't remember the name of the card, The Power of the People.
Oh,
Yeah, Sport of the People.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sport of the People, and I just knew I wanted to,
I remember
hit
that.
that off so I could get, and I think I went out with everything right away. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just wanted to get that. I didn't care who I lost in the,
Yep.
because I had the, Calm Over Westeros kind of protecting me a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
I figured it was a safe bet.
Yeah, and maybe you're not worried about losing it.
So what'd you put on Sansa there? Some attachment?
The only one I have, which is Needle.
Needle,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
So now she's a strength 6 intrigue power egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was kind of a big dog when she was around.
Yep. And then just drop Winterfell Castle there. More strength boosting.
Yeah.
Now she's a strength 7.
Makes him huge with a capital U.
Huge.
Well, it'd be 8, right? If it's the castle, if she's in a power or
Yeah.
mill.
Oh, it's the castle, not
Yeah.
the Winterfell
Mhm.
Yeah.
itself. All right.
That's another thing I was debating with my deck, whether or not to run Winterfell. I ended up deciding to run it and didn't really regret it. I mean, it's a 4 cost location, so you're taking a hit tempo-wise, but it really was handy all day.
It's so worth
And the
it.
+1 is great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if only I would have used it.
Winterfell's one of the
Great.
best locations in the game right now.
Yeah.
Cameron just drops a little reducer there. This is limited.
Yeah.
So did you have a couple options as to different things that you could play, if you remember?
Like what's in my hand right now?
Yeah.
Man.
Or was it pretty straightforward?
I think it was pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Okay.
He's just Hollywood showboating it here. Making it look
Well,
like he's thinking about it.
I've got a lot, really. What is that? 6, 7, 8, 9 economy total?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the finger math
Yeah.
on the table.
It's the only way to be sure if you don't have objects right in front of you that can help.
Yeah. An abacus to slide back and forth.
Yep. That's how I prefer to do my...
Well, a hallmark of a
Accounting.
veteran player in this card game is one that can marshal correctly the first time.
There it is, Winterfell.
Yeah.
Points to his plot, which is a visual cue that you're
Yeah.
Mhm.
using that. And
There's Robb Stark.
So yeah, I got pretty much my essential pieces out between Grey Wind, Rob, and Winterfell. That's like the heart of the deck, more or less.
Mhm. And I know I wasn't happy to see that. And I was already plotting my my attack.
How you were gonna take me out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Tim was doing the same.
I think I was just trying to get on the board here because I only had 2 kind of average. Well, I had a reducer and an average character.
Mhm.
It's strength 6 now
Mm-hmm.
with
Renown.
Renown, but that goes away. It's vulnerable to Tyene on the board. I'm sitting there like I don't think I have any intrigue icons in my hand. I'm not sure. I think I want to put out Randall or something like that here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if I recall right, there's a little bit of talk here between you and I as to you have a milk in your hand and you're debating whether it should go on Tyene or Rob.
Yep.
And so we talk about it a little bit, and I think the deal was that I wasn't going to use Tyene on you this round in exchange for you putting the milk on Rob.
Yeah, there was definitely
A
horse
one-turn
trading.
yeah, 1 turn reprieve. That's all that bought me.
Yep.
I knew it was negotiable with you because I wasn't afraid of you necessarily winning right away.
Right,
'Cause
right.
I know that you're going to try to control out the board.
Yeah, you'd already played at a table with
There
me.
with the milk.
Yep.
Yep.
Feels bad, man.
Remember that Rob before he got to use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get off those drugs.
I was also not considering Mark for that milk just because I secretly wanted him to win. If not me.
Yeah, there was a couple things that happened that I was glad didn't happen to me.
Like, how did they not?
I think we
So
all
that-
secretly wanted Mark to win. So I'm dropping Corset Eddard. who I will promptly forget to use, probably about 5 times, because I never used that Eddard. But
Yeah.
but I built this deck the night before, and I was like, what the heck?
It was a great idea.
It was an okay idea.
I've seen Cameron use Eddard at the other Melee tournament to great effect.
Hmm.
And I always, every time I glance over at that table, I see that Eddard with about 4 power on him.
Yeah.
And I actually watched at a regional it being used in Joust, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Quartered.
Yep.
Yeah,
I saw
just
that
to
too.
try to counter that Barra
Sure.
Neil deck that was pretty nasty back then.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that too.
Core Eddard's pretty good. I like him.
Yeah, going back, if I were taking this tournament more seriously, I probably would have done Wolves of the North Eddard. I also would have put in more renown and more ways to grab power. I'm not
Yeah.
even running Superior Claim in my deck, so you can really tell I'm not taking it
was that
seriously.
in Dorn's game? Is that it?
I do have
One?
Doran's game
Okay.
because
How many copies?
2,
Two.
because that is just janky enough for me.
Well, a lot of people don't see it coming, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what you want in Melee.
I think I won off of it
You played
at
that
least
against
once.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on my table with Mark, I had Dorn's game for the win. I got like 5 or 6
Forget
power
about that
off
card
it.
all the time.
5 power.
It's like, oh, entry, who cares?
Yep.
Like, whatever.
5 power.
Oh, shit.
Win the game. That definitely happened once.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
That
Yeah.
was upsetting.
So I think Mark just power challenged against me, if I recall correctly.
Yep, I just wanted to make sure I had enough to roll over you to use my support of the people.
Yep.
I think that's what comes out next.
Yep.
Because all I cared about this turn was getting River Run out.
Yeah. And you did that power challenge, and I pretty much didn't care, so I
Yeah.
just let it go unopposed.
Why not? There's nothing
Yeah,
there,
right.
It's more power for us to get anyway,
yeah.
right?
What's the worst that could happen? Wait and you'll see. Yeah, so I sent you in both Caitlyn and Sansa.
Looks like you have 8 strength power total.
On my side?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. So I'm just, looks like I do just chump block with Eddard, just because I know he'll stand if anyone else makes another challenge against me. But Mark plays support of the people.
No one cancels. How many hands Judgment in our decks?
0.
0.
0. But I wouldn't have played it on myself, in fairness.
Yeah, I got Bran.
Yeah, I feel like
I
maybe
also had
Nightmares
Bran.
is a more efficient choice
For melee.
Yep.
for Melee. Yep, to stop the
Yeah.
renown.
Yeah. I believe I did have some nightmares.
Well, I know Tim did.
Yep.
Didn't you play some? You played one on Evan.
Yeah, that played a role later. So yeah, Mark grabbing River Run.
It's happening.
Was it pretty obvious you knew what you were going for with that?
Oh, yeah,
right
that
away?
was the one card
That was the
I
one
knew I
card,
was
yeah.
getting. Yeah.
You'd run 6 copies if the rules let you.
How many do you have in there, though? Like, 2?
3.
3, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think I had 2. Because I had the support of the people, 3 of those.
Right.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
So then I
Allowed
had a
you to
lot
cut
of
back,
small, yeah, there was no need. I had some one-ofs of
Yeah.
all the other
I mean, that's why you run
locations.
support, right?
Yeah.
You cut down on.
But the joke after this tournament was 3 copies of River Run, 3 copies of Caitlyn.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you got to figure out how to put,
How to get them off.
yeah,
Yeah.
50, the 54 remaining cards.
I did need a supporting cast. I had to have people that die.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yep.
keep that in mind.
Yep. 54 claim soak.
Yep.
Yep.
Some thinking going on here.
Yeah, it's probably over to Cameron for challenges at this point,
Um,
since Mark definitely has no more challenges to make.
Was this the turn, Tim? Was this the one?
This might
Was
have
it
been
the
the
This
first?
this was the one because
I
you guys
think
are
I-
rivals.
Yeah, we're rivals. I'm drooling over
Yeah.
the fact that I think I can beat him in a military challenge no
Yeah.
matter what. And I'm sitting on a a winner is coming.
Mhm.
And I fanned my cards out at one point. I thought, and then
Well,
Nick-
not only that, but your claim is raised with your title, right? Against
Right.
So it's gonna go up to 3
Yeah.
with all that, and I got my 1 gold there. And I could see Nick and Mark McLennan behind me with big smiles, and I looked at them. And they're just like, thumbs up, do it. And then, if you don't do any challenges here, I think if you block, there might be some issue. So I think we're table talking right now, and I'm trying to goat you into not worrying about a Claim 3 military challenge coming
Yeah.
at you.
Right.
Well, I think I was trying to make a deal with you because I could see it coming, and
you saw
I think
it coming,
I
for
think
sure.
yeah, I think the best thing I could. I think I actually, well, I didn't attack you, I think, but
Right.
I could have. But even if I did, I couldn't stop your attack from happening. So either way, I was kind of boned.
Yeah. But the deal that I think I made to make sure that I had both the Vanguard and Randall up
Yeah.
was to make sure I get the most amount of power off of it too. Is to say like, hey, if you have power on your house, then maybe I'll power challenge you instead of military challenge you with that increased gain. And then you are like, okay, I accept that, I guess, to a certain degree, but don't do it or something. Like, don't do the military thing. Because I think you're worried about a claim 2 here.
Yes.
You're worried about losing like Sansa and that reducer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the march would be pretty devastating. But I also knew you have a gold there.
Yeah. So you were
And-
thinking of that.
Yeah.
If he has a winner, it's even.
It's
even.
disgusting. Yeah.
Right.
So I think we make this deal.
Yeah. We made a deal.
There was
Yeah,
that-
there was a deal made.
And
Yeah.
I made that deal with breaking it in mind because it was just
Yep.
it was the deal. The purpose of the deal was to make sure that I had the most amount of characters available claiming renowned on top of the three kill that's coming.
And so with that in mind, then Cameron, I think you decide to do a military against me with the purpose of kneeling Tyene using Grey Wind's Intimidate. Since there was my deal with Tim, you knew that was probably coming your way this round.
Yeah, you were worried about that.
But it looks like maybe Intrigue or Power first.
Again, this is the bullseye effect of having that reputation in this tournament where
Yeah.
Having that
look
play
at what
mat.
markets to pull. First turn power challenge with no threat of reprisal.
Yep. Yeah.
Look at me remembering Eddard 1 for 1 so far.
I'm
That's not going to stay.
It was a one-time thing.
Yeah, you can play a drinking game at home, take a shot every time he forgets Eddard.
Yep. Hey, I just watched the Gen Con finals, and Chris missed Tyrion 3 times and still won, so. Lose a Palace Spearman from hand for Intrigue claim. Not too worried about that.
So one thing I noticed about watching your guys' games earlier in the Swiss, usually the tail end of them, is how little you guys rely on table talking to close out your first or second place finishes.
Well.
And me, I rely on it.
Yeah. Well, if I know I'm ahead or I can close soon, like I will generally be kind of quiet. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't want to bring attention to myself.
And that's the tell, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, when I'm such a talkative player, as soon as I shut up, that means I know I got it in hand. And everyone else is just like, why is he suddenly so quiet? Right? So
Yeah, I
that's
think
the
this was
problem
the
with
only
being
table that I talked at all.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Mhm.
much of anything. Mostly because I didn't want to out myself as an idiot.
Yeah, and you were trying not to make mistakes. So you're
Right.
concentrating
Yeah,
on
yeah.
your board. Here, I'm helping police other people's boards. I'm coaching new players to attack more experienced players at the table. I'm really trying to guide or manipulate what's going on verbally, because I know that without those correct plots in the deck, I can't close with the efficiency that Cameron can. So
Mhm.
I had to do a lot of wheeling and dealing all day.
So I think that Cameron just did a military.
Yep, he just
Yeah.
did a military against me, and he triggered Winterfell, forgetting that I have the Lord military claim, thinking I was going to claim the bastard daughter. And then I forgot that I had Lord military claim and actually claimed someone. But we pull him back out, I think, at the end of the round
Yeah.
here. We remember it and figure it out. But he does intimidate Tyene, which
Now,
means I won't be able to
Does
use
Bastard
that.
Daughter, would that trigger against everyone, Sam, though?
It hits
that be-
everyone,
okay.
yeah.
Yep.
There it is. There's the
Yeah.
big military.
And here's my upset
Yeah.
claiming. I take Rob, I'm like, but he comes back.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the loudest slamming of cards I've ever seen.
There was a lot
I
of
was
salt.
not
There-
happy.
There was some rage.
that
So-
betrayal really hurt me.
And then the twist is I don't even use Randall on the military. I save him for the power challenge so I can grab power on top of it.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
if you military challenged me, I would have had to defend that to a certain degree, right?
No, you've got 2 chuds there. What
Well, I
was
got 2
gonna do?
chuds unless you do a put to the. Well, you don't even have the
Yeah.
goal for the puts.
No.
Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't have really much incentive to be worried about, but I knew how to scoop a lot of power on this one. And then I think now that puts me despite not having a very strong board, I'm sitting on.
Oh, it
what,
moved
4
the bullseye. For
Yeah,
sure.
moved-
Yeah.
People took notice of that.
See, that's the thing. Is like right now you've made a big gain, but
Mhm.
like you may pay for it later. Is the kind of thing.
Oh, I will pay for it.
Yep.
For sure.
So I'm thinking about what I'm doing. Maybe deciding to do it against Mark. I don't remember if I stick with this or if I go back on it like a chump, but because Mark's lowered his military claim as well.
Yeah, I think
Now,
you did a power challenge against me.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, you're right.
Because I actually had a power on my house
Yep,
at the
yep.
time.
I think you're right about that. And I thought about,
Just wiping out Rob.
just taking out
Yeah.
Cameron, but I don't know. I find that
I don't think that's good for Melee though.
with my kind of deck, especially that wants the game to go long and wants to control it, it really does not help if I wipe someone out and
Yeah.
then everyone just beats up on them
Yeah.
and speeds the game up way too fast.
Especially
And I
when
think I
have
had
two
changed
now.
my mind here, and then this is when Tim yelled at me
Yep.
that I should absolutely do that, and so there I go.
Like I said, coaching new players.
Yeah.
To help out against the experienced ones.
Yep.
Let me take 1 power off.
You think
Yep.
then who got Dom on that? Was it Tim?
No, it couldn't
no.
have been me. I was knelt out.
It could have been Push. Was it?
It might have been.
I
No,
don't
Mark
remember.
had gold, right? You have gold there.
He doesn't have any power on his house though.
It's entirely possible, but I missed
I'm
it.
not sure.
I don't know. So right now, going into this next round,
I exacerbate the hornet's nest I just kicked. I make it really bad for me by giving 2 players, I think, the boost they need to either recover or kick me
yep.
really hard. And all I'm thinking right now is I got tunnel vision, right? I got 2 renowned characters on the board. I got a lot of power. Let's
Yeah, you're
kick
at
this
6.
in over.
You're at 6 already.
I'm gonna kick this in overdrive. Let's see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was a huge mistake.
Yeah, and right now I'm just looking for any way to take down Tim, because
I got that renowned on the board.
exactly he has a lot of power. I think I play it off as like, oh, you broke a deal, I'm gonna be like the good cop here, but but it was definitely because you were ahead.
Yep. Look at that Pentoshi. So now I give Cameron 3 gold.
Yeah.
I give everyone 3 gold.
Yep.
Particularly, I give Cameron 3 extra gold
Yep.
to recover. And the thing is your board was wiped, but your hand was full. And
Yeah.
it was full of cheap characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a best case scenario for me because I think I had a noble cause there, so
Yeah.
it pretty much gave me 10 gold right out of the chute.
Yep.
which is
And,
really
and
nice.
Calm was the perfect plot for me, just to stop any military.
Oh,
Yep.
you needed that.
Yeah.
Stop the hemorrhaging. What did you choose for your calm, Evan?
I think I probably said intrigue, though honestly I don't remember at this point. I don't know why I would say military since I've got that bastard daughter out there to just dissuade that of its own.
And even an Eddard.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't remember for sure.
You're gonna see why my setup was so bad. I have expensive characters in my hand, and playing Pentoshi made sense to me at the time because I was trying to get this big stuff on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your only other economy plot?
Maybe not. I might have had like something else, but
Were any of you other guys running Pentoshi?
No.
Nope.
No, me neither.
it was good for me all day. There was times where I was able to play like a fast Eddard and a Blackfish
Mm-hmm.
on the same turn with some support locations.
Doesn't it bother you to give 3 gold to other players, though? I mean, that just bugs me.
You just feel dirty.
I do.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I still run it in some
That,
decks.
that certainly
Yeah.
helps me bounce back in this turn.
I'm starting to be a little more careful with trading. I'm taking it out of decks, and then when I do play it, I'm watching how is my marshalling compared to theirs. Do they out-marshal me because I played this?
Right.
And the other thing is are they finishing with like 2 or 3 gold left over? Because then that drawback didn't really hurt me,
Right.
right? Because they're not using
Well,
the gold that I'm
Hand
giving.
size is a big factor too.
Right.
Like if they have 2 cards, like sure, Pentoshi.
Yeah.
Like you can play whatever. is
You
in
know,
your
play
hand.
all, play
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
Play Miri and the moat. Picking titles. And then you're looking at the slop at the bottom.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, look at that. Master ships. That's like the old maid. Remember old maid?
Yeah.
So what did everybody have here?
So I'm Crown Regent here, which is my preferred, definitely my preferred title for this deck. Just, stay out of things, give have a little bit of more power to control any challenges that go against me, or if someone's going to win the game. I
or
can
throw
redirect.
challenges to you. if
Exactly.
needed.
Yep.
I got Master of Laws. I'm looking to grab cards to take advantage of all the extra gold I gave myself. Look at that. I got the King's Road.
Mhm.
I think I was made first here.
Yep. That is Hand of the King
Yeah.
that Mark's got. So he has the ability to do another power challenge against someone else. I don't remember if you actually used that or
You
not.
know, that was the card that if I ever saw it, I just took it, even if I wasn't going to use it.
Yeah,
Because I didn't
that
want
meant
people to use
somebody else.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was always preemptive. Every game I played, when I saw that, I'd just grab it.
Yeah. And there you are, dropping King Rob's Host.
Yep. Latest trap card by FFG.
Yep. Bullseye just got bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody like that.
Yeah. So I have Tyene right now, and I have a Tears of Bliss in hand, and my deal with Tim as of last turn is off.
And
so,
he just takes Sansa.
And I snag Sansa.
Yeah.
Which is a nice high strength intrigue one, but you're okay with that because I think you're gonna pull Nymeria on the board and take care of my one intrigue icon.
Yep.
Yeah, I was pretty upset with you right there, Tim. I had 3 friggin' characters, and you take one of them, and there's just board full of stuff out
Isn't he
there.
a jerk?
Yes.
There
Like
were
I said during the match, Tim is nice until he's not. And then,
there were a lot of hurt feelings this game.
Just making enemies, right?
Yep.
left and
Pissed
right.
off Cameron. I stole Mark's character.
Yeah.
And I'm probably mouthing off to Evan this whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, it was funny. I don't think I attacked you but once, and it was on a redirect the
Yeah.
entire time.
It was by accident.
Yeah.
I think this is where I get the tears. Actually, is with that green blood right there.
Ooh. And you were just like, it all
Yeah.
came together.
That card's really good.
So are you seeing red at this point? Like, there's nothing I can do to talk you out of this?
Pretty much. I'm like
Well, there's
my-
just too much to deal with there.
exactly my game plan for this. Is like I'm trying to keep people away from me, but I also want to smack down anyone who gets too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can.
You're trying to slow things down.
Exactly. So yeah, I dropped Nymeria there, which will just open the way for me to get all up in Tim's
Yeah.
business.
So I like to think of King's Rob Host as an 8-cost bodyguard for like my Vanguard. Because it's going to draw all the fire instead of my important characters. But you actually had 2 kills in hand, so targeted kills too.
Yeah.
I think at this time I was also counting up your intrigue icons, and I'm like, I think I got this. I think Sansa. And then I saw Nymeria. All right. A well-timed Nightmares here would be great for me, but I have no gold.
Yep.
Even if I had it in hand. I think I might have been sitting on 2 intrigue icon characters in my hand.
So I think I pulled Ned out here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't even read it.
Oh, you're
I
playing
think-
Fast Eddie too.
Yeah.
I think-
Yeah, I think there was a period where everybody had one.
Yep. Had it there. Yeah. There's
own
an edit
version
on
of that,
everyone's
yeah,
board.
yeah.
Stark's just
Ah.
so good for me.
It's
Yep.
got the minstrel gun and
And
River Run triggers.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Won't be the last.
Rickon.
Yep.
Rickon.
Did you
Not
trigger
bad.
Rickon?
I think that Rickon, all the Starks got murdered plenty of times.
Yeah,
all
I'm
day
pretty
long.
sure everyone on this board except Catelyn is gonna
The
die.
important people that stuck around, Ned and Caitlyn, Cat.
So Rickon's really just there for claim soak.
Yep.
He's cheap claim soak. All right.
Yeah. I mean, how often do you find people searching that you would actually use that for?
On summons,
Yeah.
lot maybe,
Right.
but
So yeah, he was there to die. That was it, and he's cheap.
Yeah. It's easy to trigger him in a joust. In a melee, it's more, you just want him to die.
So there you go.
So, yeah.
Callan, Jory, and Lewin.
Yep. Bouncing
Catelyn
back.
moved.
Look at that.
Look
One
at that
turn. It's
recovery.
like nothing ever happened,
Thanks.
Tim.
Thanks,
All
Tim.
your work
Thanks,
was
Tim.
wasted.
Now, in my defense, the only difference between Pentoshi and Not on that is Lewin.
Lewin.
Right?
Yep.
Which is, it's a 2 strength, 2 icon character.
Oh,
right?
Rob's got
Right.
insight now.
But now, yeah, Rob's got insight. Which I think you actually trigger,
Yep.
and then you start drawing cards back.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Gets me back in the game. Yep.
But I don't, like, I'm looking at Lewin, I'm like, I don't care. I got Sansa. I got somebody else's Sansa, even
Yeah.
more important. I got this big army.
Life is good.
Power challenge?
Yep. Looks like you're just poking camera in there.
Yep. I think at some point I told him, we're not playing Joust, right? Because it felt like that after a while.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I can win a power challenge against anyone else. And I want to use that army on military to trigger its reaction to pull a power over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Yeah,
still have it. I can also use it on defense too, right?
Right.
Because it's going to take 2 or 3 characters to
Although, no, it moves it to an attacking character. So
Yeah,
it would
but-
move it from their house to their character.
Yeah,
So.
it drives you to want to play it offensively, but I
Right.
can
You can use it
forgo
defense.
and just use it for defense and not have to overcommit on defense.
Yep, definitely.
Because there's no stealth on the board, right?
No.
Not yet. Arya's not out yet. Is it
Is
the only
Arya
stealth
the-
available?
You're not running Edric, right?
Nope, I don't have
The
Edric.
stealth option we have other than like a wildling scout.
So
Yeah, and I'm sure we all have Arya in our
looks
decks.
like I won that power challenge and I got the rival
Yep.
power for it.
And I was like, oh yeah, you can do that on defense.
Good times.
So yeah, I've definitely already marked King Rob's Host and Randall Tarley as the ones that are going down.
Yep.
Yep, that would certainly put him way behind. You'd have one good
Did
character
certainly
over
put
him.
him way behind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I want to do it? I think I do. Look at me, I'm so greedy. So greedy.
So Tim, you did a power challenge, lost it, and gave him power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yep. And then I don't want to do
Then
it.
you changed your mind.
Because that's a bad idea. So, right? So this is my experience kicking in saying, don't do that, don't do that. And I'm like,
It's like a little angel and devil.
Yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't. So I think I should pass here. But I feel like I got to be aggressive in order to get power. So I'm kind of fighting these two instincts. But
yeah, you
almost-
definitely should pass.
yeah, with these boards that I'm staring down,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the target that is on my back, I'm overconfident though for sure because I'm
Well,
not
now
thinking
if you
everyone's after
push
me.
even harder, that just makes Evan more eager to just knock you down too.
Mhm.
Yep.
So if he didn't already make up his mind, he certainly will. If you just get a lot more power here.
And I'm also thinking that everyone still hates Cameron more than me, which that has certainly shifted.
I just want you to know that I had no ill will towards Cameron at the start of this.
You changed the narrative, sir.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And it was a different song in my head than what everyone else was hearing.
Yep.
So I definitely walk into Evan. I think even now there's nothing I could do about it.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's
kind
happening.
of.
Yeah,
you're,
what were
you're
you
in-
thinking
old-
about? Do you remember? I mean, it's
I was
still
thinking,
going.
is there a way I can ask Evan to continue to go after either Mark or Cameron? Maybe.
Yeah, I think there might have been some.
There's might
Some
have been
table
some
talk.
talk.
There was some
Yeah.
table talk.
And I think you shut it down. You didn't
I-
even want to talk to me.
I'm pretty sure I.
he
Yeah.
didn't even want to
Your
pretend.
hands, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, you were staring at the table and your hands were shaking. I don't know
That's
if
probably
it was out
true.
of
It just wanted to
anxiety
jump
or-
out of his hand.
It's,
with
Yeah.
yours.
it was excitement.
I do
just can't
remember
wait.
when you were doing the talking. That's when I turned to Ryan and asked
Yeah.
if I could do my put to the sword, even though there was no claim available. I was ready. I was ready for you. As
Yeah.
ready as I could be. I didn't do much.
So now I feel like how Cameron felt. You see the play. There's
See
nothing you can
comment,
do
yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
Now, if Evan were smart, he'd make a deal with me. No, I won't intrigue you. Evan. Don't worry about it. Oh,
No,
really?
no,
Okay,
no.
I'll attack with Sansa. And then he can take somebody else's icon, and
I don't lie in melee.
Yeah.
It's not productive.
Yeah, Tim.
it's very productive if you do it correctly.
It's productive once. And then
Yeah.
you've lost everyone's trust,
Yeah.
and that goes beyond just a single tournament.
But it's really hard when that kind of once in a game opportunity presents itself
Yeah.
to you on first turn.
I-
And it's just like, well, what do I let this go and then watch Cameron proceed to win?
Yeah,
You know?
no. I was jubilant that you took out Cameron like that. I was like, yes.
But the trick in melee is not to take somebody out yourself; it's to convince somebody else to do it.
Oh, exactly. That's the Game of Thrones.
I'm still sweating over what to do.
Still
here.
waiting.
Yep.
Still waiting.
Still thinking about it.
Because right now I think after I know I can't go after.
Oh my god.
Everyone's getting frustrated. But
We're gonna have to edit all this out.
what I'm evaluating is each player one at a time. So I think I was staring down Cameron at first, and then I think I was evaluating Mark, your board, to see if I could push something through.
Cards are dancing.
Cards are dancing, and I'm pretty sure that army never did anything, if I remember.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it
I'm
just
pretty
sat
sure it was
there.
standing when I killed it.
Yep.
Oh no, you claimed it later. That's what happened.
No, you committed after Cameron.
Yeah. Was this the fourth time or fifth? Lost track now.
Now he took his hand out, but it's a done deal. So now you're thinking.
Yeah, we were playing pretty loose with that this game.
Was that a real thing at the premiere events then at Gen Con? Somebody takes their hand off a card and everyone just sits there and that's it? That's it?
No idea.
No, it's
I know that
it's
kind
up
of
to
a
the
golden rule in a lot of competitive games.
It's the way it's supposed to be, but a lot of players are pretty understanding if their opponent wants to,
definitely
like
true.
kneels it, takes their hand off, and then immediately stands it. It's different if you leave it there for a couple seconds and it's clearly moved on.
When I first started playing first edition, is if you make the statement verbally, that's what commits you, not necessarily what the cards are doing. And I think kind of the golden rule now is if it doesn't change the board state, you can take it back. Is kind of the nice way about doing it, right?
Yeah. I know a lot of the Europeans are super hardcore about if you take your hand off the card.
I think I used Winterfell here to just stop that reaction from happening at all.
Right.
Yep.
And just jump block, more or less.
So I don't get even my power.
Yeah, you get nothing.
So not only do I give a power to Cameron,
Now you get rival power.
I get just rival, and that's it. I think you got a satisfying claim.
It could be flipped calm, I think. I'm pretty sure he named military.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So yeah, that military challenge was just to trigger that reaction. And
I wasn't too worried about Tyene or Evan because Tim just made himself such a big target that I thought, why not use Winterfell here? So
did I ask you to use Winterfell to shut off Tyene at one point? And you looked at me with this scowl.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
How
Are you
dare
crazy?
you, sir?
Are you crazy?
And there I go.
Yeah.
It's like
First thing I do,
house
I knew
and
exactly what I was doing.
robbing your house and asking for a loan afterwards.
Yeah.
And you discarded
Septa.
a
Septa.
Septa, which was an intrigue icon character I could have put on the board.
Yep. Poison the host, poison Randall.
Yep.
Brutal.
Yeah, that was a
there's
really
that
good turn
hand.
for you. I was not upset at all to see that. That was great.
Yep.
I was proud of myself, though, that I could have a 2-card setup and still be such a big bullseye on the table.
Yeah.
It was only after you just
plots,
decimated Cameron's board.
To be able to do that off of such a bad start, Take pride that I can lose hard. Do you do anything else here?
I'm trying to remember if I do or not. I don't think I do. I don't think there's opportunity for me to.
Everything
I
else?
think this was
you know,
passed to me at this point. And I
yeah.
was trying to figure out if there was any shenanigans you could do.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do anything else, especially not with Mark and Cameron still yet to go. But poisoning 2 of your huge guys was way too much to pass up, so I was going to do that no matter what.
Did you ever see another copy of Randall? Or was that the only one?
That might have been the other.
Okay.
I think I'm a non-factor after this challenge for the remainder of the game.
And I don't know what I'm thinking about here because normally I don't do a lot of that.
You saw us thinking, and you're like, I'm going to get that.
I'm going to totally try this. It looks crazy, but it seems okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get on that train.
No, I had plans. I just was trying to figure out what combination or how I was going to do it. And I think primarily I was only doing power challenges. I didn't bother with anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that's what you're setting up to do.
And you want to do it with the right set of characters.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So Fast Eddie and Catelyn is really good. It helps Catelyn's strength.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so much renown and
Well, and they're +2 each
yeah,
right now.
they're
Yeah.
huge.
I think that's
Yeah.
like 17 power strength right there.
It was a lot to think about for sure. that was looking at you. And I think you were just telling me that I couldn't do it to you.
With the titles.
Yeah. I
Um,
can't remember if this was that turn or not.
I don't know.
Oh no, I couldn't do it to Tim.
Yeah. That was his first choice. Yeah.
So I had to go to
what a
Evan.
sheep. What
Yep.
a sheep. You wanted to follow everyone's cue. Dogpiling
I
on
definitely
it.
saw all that power sitting on your card, and I was like,
Well,
that
you
looks good
warded
to me.
you warded a Santa, so
Yeah.
Yeah, and you did
And
steal my Sansa.
I think you get it back though, don't you?
Yeah, I have one card that can pull that. Yeah.
So now
Yep.
what, Evan? You redirect?
He
So, yeah.
redirects me so that I can go after him.
Yep. Yeah. So he did the
Again,
power
help-
challenge against me.
Helping the newer players beat
I-
up on the older players.
Yeah.
So I chump block this.
That was great.
Yep.
Uh,
I use the redirect so Mark can get around that support and.
I gotta make sure. No, I have no reaction. So I get.
feeling pretty bad right now.
Oh, right. But I'm the. I do get an. Oh, I get an additional claim.
Point at cards.
Yeah, there's a lot of finger pointing going on.
I think that might have been the most power I had all game on my card.
Now, who needs power on their house?
You don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need power.
Yeah.
Just naming characters.
Yep.
When Valor comes up, it's gonna be a different story. But
Yeah.
remember the first edition Brotherhood deck that
Mhm.
exclusively puts all power on characters.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then
Bad
So-
deck.
That would have been pretty devastating for me.
yep.
That would not have been great.
So you're probably done here, Mark. I think it's over to Cameron.
Yeah, I think so. I think I did what I wanted to do, which is my
Cameron, what are you looking at right here?
I'm just.
Sansa doesn't have an entry.
I think I'm just trying to find a hole
Mhm.
and just get some easy power and draw a card right now.
Right.
Within sight. So, nothing too extravagant.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll probably play Confiscation next round just to get Rob back to up to snuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was the turn you and I were discussing what you were going to do to me.
Yeah, I think so. I think
And that's why this is taking so long. Do you want military or
yeah.
power?
What
You
challenge
choose.
would you like?
It was very nice of you to
Yes.
offer, I will admit.
Yeah, military to me doesn't do anything, right? I'm just killing poison characters that are gonna die anyway.
Right.
I can't win it against you anyway.
Yeah. Just give some more renown for that Great John's Vanguard.
It's a great melee card.
Yeah. See, yeah, it looks like power against Mark, I believe.
Yep. I guess that's what I was going to do.
So rival and claim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wasn't
Insight.
such a bad move for you.
Yeah. I'm still in the game.
Your attitude was not at this point. You were still pretty salty. I think you're intriguing me here.
Yeah.
It's unopposed.
Yeah. Here you go. Take your card.
Yep.
Good day, sir.
Yep. Yeah, that was, I think, Cameron's way of saying your douchebaggery knows no bounds.
What did I do? I toss power.
Yep. Throwing some power at me.
That was for dominance.
Yeah. So going into this next round, I'm now looking at Cameron and thinking about how he sprang back, and I probably want to poison Rob at some point.
But between Catelyn and Winterfell, I'm feeling okay.
Right,
I've got
right,
a couple safety nets there.
right. It was how am I going to get this through?
Oh, you were thinking the cat would get it before Rob?
Well, just the
Yeah.
fact that she can stop the triggers.
Yeah.
I mean, he could take her icon, but then I'll just use Winterfell probably. But
Right,
Oh, right.
right. I needed to get someone else to deal with him first, basically.
And I'm still singing the song that everyone's after me. And I am on my heels. I play calm,
What do you say, power, you think?
probably military intrigue or something like that.
And did
I'm thinking everyone's still gunning for me.
Oh, yeah, because he's going to confiscate that ward.
Yeah, I confiscate ward this turn so I can
Yeah.
take my character back. And
Yep.
Cameron dutifully grabs her for me. Didn't want a second to go by. Like, you take that back.
Yeah, look at my board now, huh?
Yeah, it was looking pretty great.
Yep.
Not sure what happened there.
We're tied for first still, though, right? Me and you at 5, Cameron?
What's
Or does-
Mark at? It's
Hard
three-
to tell.
3, 4.
Looks like
I think I had
4.
4.
Looks like 4 to me.
So
And Evan, what did you pull for a plot?
I played the long plan,
Okay.
so that's just
The
my economy plot, basically.
are you
It's-
building up to your following plot, or are you just kind of
Right.
Is this just kind of your vanilla kind of don't know what
Yeah.
else to do?
Yep. I think if I remember correctly, I'm wanting to play first my own board.
What were we talking about?
The long plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, leading into my next plot, probably first snow or something. Long plan is almost entirely an economy plot in this deck, although it does also help with the don't touch me aspect.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Because you can certainly lose a lot of challenges in melee.
That was my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Master of Coin, continuing to kind of rebound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get the cards to rebound.
Yep. I took Master of Ships. I'm not really positive what I was thinking with doing that. Maybe that I was gonna beat up on Mark a little bit with military. If I could just grab Eddard's military.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
'cause-
think I grabbed the redirect because
Yeah, I think
I
that
figured that was the good thing to grab at that point.
Right. I think attacking you with military was my original plan, but then you grab that redirect, and I don't remember if you marshal more military icons, but either way, I don't think it worked out so well.
So it looks like I'm first. Papa King's Road.
Mm-hmm.
Spending some money. Boom, baby.
Eddard. So 3 players have Eddard currently. 3 out of 4.
Yep.
Come on, Sam, get in the game. Get your Eddard. Just a little Tumblestone
Yeah.
Knight there.
Well, it's good to have a shutout for Rob's trigger
Oh, yeah.
because I don't want to kill Lewin or
Mhm.
whatnot.
Was that lady that you just
I
dropped?
think that was Lady.
Yep.
Always, I mean, getting Cat up in strength is always good, but
Mm-hmm.
having the ability to move it around is also really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice card.
Yeah.
And that, in fact, that's the other attachment I have. I forgot about that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I figured with Sansa in your deck.
There we go. 4 for 4 Eddard.
Yeah. Seems good. Got a dupe there.
Yep, dupe Nymeria, dupe Eddard. I don't remember if I even play anything else. I don't want to overextend because I know at least one of you is running Wildfire.
When were you running Wildfire?
I don't think I was, no.
Or no, you had
No, I had first snow.
That's right.
I've got
Somebody
it.
was running
I've got it.
Yeah. There we go, got Ariane.
Yeah, it's a pretty wide board over there.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you'd be killing a bunch of chuds.
Right. I can drop in a chud with Ariane before the end of this round.
Yeah.
And so,
The bastard's daughter is going to pluck a card from everyone in melee.
yep. Look at that.
The
Look,
minstrel going to town.
look at you just stacking up power.
How are you liking those?
The minstrel
Yeah.
Won a game for me. The second game I
Sure.
played.
Yeah,
So
I remember that.
that was unbelievable. And,
So do you play three?
Because you summoned
Huh?
Tort, right?
Do you play three of them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, dropping her in and with the river on.
Oh, yeah.
It's just such a great combo.
Yeah.
It's great to finish a game without having to rely on winning a challenge.
Right.
Yeah, just marshaling a character to win is pretty nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Or just having that kind of strategy in general, right?
Yeah.
I remember in first edition there was a great melee card. It was like Old Pike or something like that. It was a Greyjoy location that if other people discarded characters, you gain power. You could do it 3 times per phase, and then there was a lot of discarding effects.
Yeah.
And so that deck won a lot because it was, grabbing 3 power every turn, basically. And you didn't have to win a
Harsh.
challenge.
And
Sorry,
there-
Nightmares here.
Yep, Tim just played Nightmares, and I think I say something like, "You shouldn't do that," or "I wish we could have talked about that," or something, because I
That's what you said.
because I definitely
could have talked about that.
because I definitely wasn't going after Tim this round. I was 100% going for Cameron.
Well, I was worried about Eddard that I just put on the table.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm not letting that happen again.
Right,
I've learned my
exactly.
lesson.
You're gun shy, and
Yep. Yeah, that's me fisting there,
Yeah.
showing my fear of getting hit by Tyene again. And Cameron was just like, oh, I think that was coming towards me.
And Mark's just kind of quietly in the corner.
Yeah, that was
Racking
pretty
it
much
up.
it.
accumulating power.
I didn't want nightmares coming my way, and I was glad to see not come anywhere near me.
Yeah.
So to avoid that machine gun, you have to have 2 intrigue icons at 7 strength or more, right? Because
Basically, yeah. Or Winterfell.
Yeah. Nymeria's gonna grab one of those,
Right.
And then you have to have 7 strength with an intrigue after that.
Yep.
I don't think any of us have that.
I did.
Yeah. Yep.
I was
you
able to. I could have handled the intrigue
Yep.
based
Yeah.
on what was on my board, but I didn't want to.
Right.
Right.
Because you got Sansa and the minstrels if
Yep.
if he takes.
Mhm.
All right.
I think I'm doing power here against Tim.
Yeah, I gotta be.
I've got so everyone's +1, and I've got Lady there, so
14.
yeah.
Chud block.
Hashtag Chud block.
And you can now make that move with Catelyn because you're not worried about Tyene at all.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
Right.
Well, you still got Winterfell there, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a couple outs.
Mm-hmm.
The winter's coming.
Yep.
Just go hard.
Yep. Cameron's starting to make his push.
and I can't challenge Cameron. Is that right? Or is it?
I think I don't know. I don't play melee.
We should have the cards.
Cameron, what were you at right here? 10,
Because I don't
11?
think you could do that, right? If it was.
He's at 9.
9.
Is it?
I don't know who supports who, man.
Yeah.
Next time we'll have the cards for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master Coin, does that support laws? Maybe.
I can look it up.
That might be an error. And maybe we take it back. I don't know.
Or no, it is. Whatever.
It felt justified, so I let it through.
Yeah.
I think laws might support coin. Or
Coin supports Master of Ships, Rivals, Hand of the King, and Master of Whispers.
okay.
Okay, so that is a legal play.
Yeah.
I just remember in first edition, it's like a little circular arrows, right? And I thought coin was on the left.
And
Yeah.
Laws supports Coin, so yeah, you can't even attack
me
me.
back,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
And you rival Whispers and Ships.
Yep.
Yeah, I rival Evan. That's seems like a.
Oh, so it was already to Evan? I didn't even see what Tim did.
Nothing. Yeah, I think I just intrigue challenged. Yep, grab that superior claim from Tim.
And I think I was pointing out that I had the redirect there for your benefit. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe you were saying you might want to use it. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
oh, that might have been.
Yeah.
I was trying to be nice to Tim. I don't know.
Yeah, it was too late at that point, and I
Yeah.
had kind of already accepted my fate right now. I was just a little more worried about how can we stop Cameron, but I don't have anyone's ear at the table anymore. So now I'm resigned to watch Cameron win this table, despite my best effort to stop it,
Yep.
which is haunts my dreams.
So was that military or power?
Looks like I am doing military, I think, against Cameron.
Cameron.
Yeah.
You pointed at him.
Yeah. I'm probably taking Rob's icon with Nymeria and then going in.
That is such a great ability. Oh, it's brutal.
And you're not using it right away at the beginning of the round either. I think you're waiting
No.
right until your turn.
I
A lot of people use it pre-challenge.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's a mistake 90% of the time.
Yeah, you should wait until just before you need it. You never know, right?
Unless their first challenge is obvious.
Yeah.
sometimes you do need to use it right away. There are definitely those times, but I think a lot of people use Nymeria way too early. You don't need to do it as your just first action.
Any idea what you were thinking about here, Cameron? Or
No. To be honest with you.
I think it's whether or not you just chump block this and lose the Tumblestone.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I.
You're just going in
Yeah.
with Ned right now, right?
And Nymeria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
So,
like you said, you probably took Rob's icon, so.
yeah.
But there,
Yeah. So you couldn't win the challenge, but
there's no gold to worry about, like
right.
anything crazy here.
Yeah, I'm not going to put you under the sword.
But you do got claim too.
Oh, snap.
But you got,
Oh. Okay, so looks like.
This is getting redirected to Tim.
Yep.
see, I was trying to be Cameron's friend there. Isn't that nice?
You're the best.
I think I actually end up doing it against Mark, if I remember right. Because I don't think he can stop me.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be the right call right now.
Right.
And I
Nope,
don't think
nope,
that would actually
nope.
bother me.
All right.
You see?
Wah,
I knew
wah.
that deep down in my heart it wouldn't come at me. I just knew it.
Yep.
Not with Tim sitting there.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't go after it.
So I fast Eddie and get renown.
Yep. Yeah, there must
So
have
a
been.
nice big power swing there. Thanks, Mark.
That might have just been a mistake
welcome.
on my end.
Are you? No, Mark, you're last in this.
Yeah,
round, right?
that was nice. I had everybody standing coming into this. But I think all I did
That
was
might
a
have
power
been
challenge.
That might have been what you were thinking here, though, right? Is if these two kneel each other out.
Yeah, all I wanted was a
Attacking
power challenge somewhere. That was
Yeah.
it. And so
now look
somebody
at all the
knelt
power
down.
icons standing between me and Evan.
Mm-hmm. So I just popped Arya in to put an Arya into play.
That's a nice, sweet move.
Yep.
And shoot triggers.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's probably stealth.
Yep. I think I'm deciding if I want to make a power challenge.
Against me,
Yeah, it would have to be against you.
unopposed.
Oh, nope, I did it against Mark because I'm dumb for some reason.
You might just want him to kneel stuff out at this point.
Or do I support Tim? I don't know. Or no, it was military.
Yep.
Yeah, I did military against you.
I think you're
So,
thinking.
so then earlier that must have been a power challenge that I was doing. And that makes sense. That's why I did it against him, because I couldn't. The other option was to do it against Mark.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yep.
just happened there. Did you do a military against me?
It was military with Arya, yeah. Yep. I
You
just
stealth Eddie.
I just stealth Eddard, who was your only icon.
It doesn't look like I took claim though.
I thought you took one of the minstrels.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that might have been.
One of the
Or no,
minstrels-
there's two on the
No,
board.
there's two on the board.
One of the stewards.
No, I had a steward down there.
And
Yeah.
below that, I could have sworn I saw a card leave the table. There.
Yeah, I agree.
But did you put power on Catelyn then?
I think so. Then maybe that's why my hand moved
Mhm.
back over there.
Now here's missed edit trigger number 1.
Oh, I think I redirected and you were upset with me. And this
Yeah.
is the one turn in all the games I played where I did every single challenge type.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember this now.
yeah, and that's really embarrassing right there. I should have just stood Eddard and gotten another renown.
How embarrassing.
So embarrassing. No,
Yeah, and then I got one card that really I don't
Yeah,
remember
you-
what I grabbed, but it was a good one.
you got
Doran's
Doran's game.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
now you're out of the game.
That,
Evan.
yep, that was my win condition. So,
It's gone right there in that one card.
yep.
Were
yep.
you even thinking like I can trigger this?
No. I wasn't even thinking about making a bid for victory.
And see, and then I think right here I do a power challenge, and then I'm wondering, okay, he's gonna stand Eddard.
Yep.
And he doesn't.
And I don't.
And then he
Yep.
And that's why you go all in,
Wah,
right?
wah. I mean, I still block with people. I couldn't have won it, but
Sure.
I could have had Eddard standing, and it would have been
More fun.
more
Yeah.
fun. Get to move my cards
Yeah.
around. I am collecting gold for the long plan, so I'm not completely incompetent.
Maybe you're more worried about missing the long plan here than you are Eddard.
that might be that I'm just thinking
'Cause
all
you
about
need
that.
gold for your next.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
thinking in the future. So what does this put Mark at power total wise?
A lot.
It's hard to see.
This is where you kind of get up there.
Yeah, I think the next turn is when it really
Were
comes
you at
together.
12 or 13 or something like that?
I think that I'm at 9 at the end of this turn.
Okay.
I'm almost sure.
Yeah.
And Cameron's at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a pretty pivotal turn, I think.
Yep. Yeah, this is where you really become one of the players for winning.
I'm a big boy.
Yep.
Unlike
Put
me.
on my long pants and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I claimed the steward there instead of the bastard daughter. I forget if there was something that would have prevented me from triggering it.
So I get Dom.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think
Maybe
you were a lot
Winterfell.
closer. You were
Yeah,
like
I think
12,
Cameron-
weren't you, Cameron, or
Yeah.
11? It's hard to see.
I think Cameron might have hit his Winterfell on that one.
I'm at 10 at least right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so at this point, I know that I'm pretty much not going to win. Tim's probably not going to win.
No.
But,
I still got some scary renown on the board, but the Umbers or the Vanguard shuts off.
yeah,
on this
exactly.
plot. So,
Yep. Yeah, both of us are pretty much out of the game, and we know it.
especially with that Superior Claim gone, there's
Mhm.
kind of no trick or surprise left.
Yeah, I think this is when I got quiet.
Yeah.
I started
like,
to see things.
uh-oh.
I started to see things happening.
Start like squishing your cards together
Yep.
to make your board look smaller.
I'm not a
Nothing to see
threat.
here, folks.
Yep, there's
Yeah.
there's my first snow.
And then also, did
But
we
then,
see Wildfire too?
Yeah, Tim flips Wildfire here, which pretty much, neuters my first snow because everyone's just going to kill anything that would bounce. So,
Yeah, except me. This is the turn I made a mistake. I could have ended up with an
You
extra
got-
character on board.
You've
Oh,
got
yeah.
Wardens.
Killed the wrong character.
Mark, you got Warden flipped, and I got Sneak Attack.
yep. So Cameron's making his bid for victory.
Yeah.
But,
We'll see what happens.
yeah, we will see what happens.
Because, everyone, you're going to lose 3 characters here. Cameron.
Yeah, pretty easy choice.
Yep.
I can't even tell what I flipped there.
You
It's
got Wardens
Wardens.
at the north.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that's great news.
You were playing well. Yeah, I killed the bastard daughter and hit everyone's hand.
A good character on Cameron's side.
And by the way, I'd been waiting the entire game with 2 Arya's gifts in my hand.
I would have liked one of those.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I was. Please, somebody milk me. Started throwing it on Sansa in a hurry.
I like that card.
Yeah, and that's
I keep
when,
pointing at you, telling you to kill that character. He's got to die.
That's not a location, man.
He felt like a location.
Yeah.
So you ended last turn with 9, Mark. And then this Wildfire, I think, puts
Puts
you
me
up.
at 12.
Puts you at
puts
12.
So
Yeah.
you're 3 away, but you go last here? Or are we
Yeah, he goes
deciding initially?
last.
Yeah, I lucked out again with.
Because Cameron wants to go
So I'm
first
trying
to
to
try
close
and
right
win.
now.
Yep.
Yep.
And I think then Evan stops him dead in his tracks.
Or does he?
Dun dun dun.
I don't know.
I think we've been pretty much hinting at who wins this whole this whole video.
Tim, clearly.
Yep.
Clearly.
It was me all along.
But yeah, I'm looking at my board here, and just between Ned's Trigger and Rob and the Renown and stuff, that's what 3 power. I get 2 claim on a power challenge. That's 5. So that's GG right there. But
Right.
It's got to go perfectly.
yeah,
Yeah. That's the problem with being.
It's just like right there, so close.
Yeah, I mean, really with melee, you always want to be the second person to make the bid for victory, because the first person, the whole table is going to try and stop
Throw
you,
everything they can,
and they
yeah.
usually can. You know, you usually can't get through 3 players worth of trying to stop you, but then they're all expend out for the second player to just walk in and take what they want.
How many games did you close with that card, though?
All 3 of them.
Probably, yeah.
At least 2, I would say.
Yeah, so it's not like this is a terrible move, even being first player.
Oh no,
so.
No.
yeah. It's a really great block,
Yeah.
especially just because like it plays really well start, just because of the you can get so much power so quickly with like Ned's Trigger and stuff like that, and with Catelyn on board, it's like, well, you can't do anything about it either, you know, most time, but.
It's a lot of attention you're bringing to all that power sitting there.
I think that's when I was
gonna-
just letting you guys know she was a lowly beet farmer.
Yeah, at like 22 strength.
Yeah. Don't worry about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, what I wanted to do this round was to poison Catelyn. You know, I wanted to strip her intrigue and poison her. You know,
Yeah, you were-
just to really take Mark out of the game for good. But
But you have to use
but I have
Nymeria.
but I have to stop Cameron, or he's going to win before we even get that far. And I
Yeah.
think this is the one time where I do use Nymeria right away at the start of challenges.
Yeah, it had to happen, otherwise the game is his, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think
mean,
I
as
end up.
player, we all understood that.
I think I end up taking Eddard's power. You know, that's what
Yep.
needs to be the weak link.
And also shores up your defenses on power challenges.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, another reason, another good thing about going first is you get first pick of the titles. So if there is the redirect there, you choose that just so no one can mess with your
Right.
one and only challenge. So that's kind of what I did here.
Yeah.
Usually it works out, but yeah.
Yeah, grabbing cards, playing the long game. Master-in-laws.
Cameron marshalling that steward that's just gonna pop back to his hand. I think Tim does the same thing.
I
Marshals
did
a
the
couple.
same thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did it twice that day with
Yeah,
Winter.
yeah. In our
That was
earlier
driving me
table,
nuts.
I played first snow, and then you marshaled a bunch of characters that were gonna
Yeah.
bounce. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, you can play those if you want.
Yeah, it's funny when I just wasn't used to when we were playing at our home store. Everybody always says, my plot is this and it does this. We're always telling everybody because we're all pretty
Not
new.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Evan
this
won't
was a
tell you
different
that.
atmosphere for that.
I'll tell you when it takes effect.
Yeah, that's really kind of you.
And Tim, you just played Dragon's Tale, and you and Mark drew 2 cards each.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
he gave me a couple cards, which
At this point,
I'm
I'm cheering for Mark to win.
Yeah.
So the Dragon Tail goes there. If it gets to me, if Cameron doesn't win, I'm going to probably do some sort of challenge to let Mark just get Renown and win. And not even let it go over to Evan.
I think I had one copy of that event in my deck as well. It just seems like it's a card that, I mean, it makes your deck smaller essentially, and you are more likely going to have a weak person at your table. So where
Right.
that card draw isn't such a big deal for an opponent.
Yeah.
There's usually someone that you can give it to that's not going to affect.
Yeah, it's like
Or like in Joust, it would like immediately help them.
Yeah.
like I could play it on you right now and not really worry too much about it because you're at 6 right now.
So I dropped Quentin there and Ariane. So I got a bunch of big guys. I'm really proud of my board, but my power total is nothing. So
Yeah, I wasn't happy about Quentin. Said you don't want him dying.
Yeah. Well, I can't really hit anything of yours that's worth
Strength
anything.
Is it
Oh,
printed, is
yeah,
it printed
cat.
strength or just like strength?
It's just strength.
Okay.
Oh, so I didn't have much to worry about then.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't remember.
I did.
I think. I don't think that the 2 cards you gave me did anything, but it was nice nonetheless.
It was nice.
Nice. Nice. Nice. Nice. Nice.
It was a nice gesture.
Nice gesture.
I wanted to make one friend at the table.
Yeah. We were friends from beginning to end, Tim. I just want you to know.
Everything
think,
I did was entertaining, right?
Yeah, I think this is where I'm pulling out Blackfish, who I would love to have had at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
But alas.
Because you could have put 4 power on him by
Oh,
now.
pretty easy peasy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're returning everything to hand.
Yep, and they're returning her, and I'm disappointed in myself at that very moment.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
I get rid of that too. Now,
So
how do
now-
we stop Cameron?
Yep, pretty much. And
And you're looking for like you got one challenge, right? So
Yeah.
it's
So-
gotta be power with everyone.
it's got to be power, and
Yeah,
Eddard
choose-
has to be involved, or he can't win this round.
Yeah.
What was your total standing strength there? Do you know? Can you tell? Oof.
He's got
Plenty.
yeah, he's got
Um,
6, 7, so 13 plus 7 for Caitlin. Yeah,
So I think I
Like
had
27,
Yeah.
I think.
27 with Winterfell
Yeah.
included in that.
Yeah.
yep.
But I think that power icon gets stripped, and that drops you 7.
Yeah.
So now you're at 20.
Well, and I need the trigger too, so without Ned in the challenge, I can't close it.
Right. And at that point, we start talking about how we're going to stop Mark from
Mark,
winning.
yeah.
Because
We're
Mark
just-
can also close.
Yeah.
And so the plan that we landed on was Cameron's going to use his military challenge against Mark.
Yep.
which the
But,
Wardens of the North is pretty handy.
Yeah.
Does Winterfell stop that?
Yeah.
It would.
It would. It would, yeah. I think, again, I was sitting back very quietly.
Yeah. And you were unsure how this was going to shake out because I don't think you saw this right away.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Well, I didn't think things would come to me,
Sure.
you know.
Well,
I was envisioning, you know, something else, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
so yeah, Evan, I think you told me after the game, if it had gone further, that you were still probably going to target kill one of my dudes. Because you could have done both, right? You could have used Tyene and, maybe do a military challenge against Mark as well.
Right,
You
right.
don't necessarily have to pick one or the other.
Yeah, I think I might have another Tears in hand right now.
Yeah.
So I could hit Caitlyn and then use Tyene to go over and hit, Eddard or someone like that. Because Tyene can hit any character, not necessarily the player you're attacking.
That is ruthless.
It's pretty good.
Mm.
So yeah, this is a pretty long chunk of talking, if I remember right.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of the game right here.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody keeps pointing at me.
Yeah.
Yep, reading all
Yeah,
this,
yeah. I've taken Eddard's power icon by this point,
and
so
you
we
s-
all know that.
You still have one power on your house guard, right, Mark?
Yeah, I did. I did one power. Proud of it.
So awkward. So weird. But 2 characters with renown.
And Catelyn with
Yeah.
frickin' 10 power or whatever.
She had 11, I think, didn't
Is
she?
it?
Or was it 10? I can't tell.
Might have been it might have
I
been
can
10 with
I think
one
I can
on Eddard.
see 9
Yeah.
on her right now.
Yeah, and there's one on
2 on Eddard,
yeah, 2
1 on your
Eddard,
health.
1 on the house.
Yeah, that puts you at 12. Because
What
you
do we
need
even have the
you
house
needed
cards for?
you needed
What are
3
they
to
for?
win.
Yeah.
We have the house card. You play another house, you'll
Yeah, I'll see what a house card does.
Yeah.
Play some Barra.
So, Mark, do you generally run Stark? Are you gravitating towards that house, or
No, mostly Lannister.
yeah?
To tell you the truth, before this tournament, I've done terribly with Stark. I went in wanting to have a deck that was the least complicated possible with the least moving parts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And relies on winning challenges the least.
Yeah, exactly. So it just minimalist. It
Yeah.
was the Ira Glass of
Yeah.
of decks, you know. And I think Cameron is still doing a lot of thinking here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm frustrated that I can't.
Win.
Yeah, no,
Right.
you were. It was actually. I take it back. You were stewing. That was. It was different.
Yeah.
That was. This was not. That was unpleasant, to say the least.
Yeah, Cameron, you needed a nightmares here.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm first player too, because I could have done that
Right.
before anything else
Yep.
happened.
And then the game's yours.
Didn't have enough.
Nope.
You can see the shadows in the playmat of us.
Yeah, everyone's kind of leaning in.
It looks like nothing's happening here, but it's pretty animated because
Yeah.
I think we're getting excited that Cameron's not winning.
Right.
For sure.
And that hypothetically, Mark won't win this round either.
Yep.
Yep.
So Cameron
I
makes
think-
this big military challenge.
I think I'm calculating how much power I could get
Mhm.
going after Cameron.
Yep.
And I think, am I master of ships there?
Yes.
You
On
are
top
master
of that?
ships. Yep.
So,
That's one extra strength.
yeah, the extra strength.
And you've got the castle, so really.
And the castle. And
Right.
everybody there is unique, so...
Well, we did the math and it all would work. We just Cameron needed to kneel Winterfell
Yeah.
because you can use Wardens of the North right just there. It's bouncing Catelyn, and that's the game for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's declaration and action phase
And-
and declaration of
And
defenders.
I
So-
could have
Yeah.
tried to wiggle it and be like, oh, wait, in Winterfell, but I'm like, you know what? I made a mistake, and
Yeah.
Right.
you
Once the
got
defenders
it.
kneel.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's too many stuff that happens.
Yeah. Oh, and this is where Tim is.
Tim was like, why didn't you use
wait,
Winterfell?
wait.
Yeah.
Ni-
I see it now. I
Yeah.
see the play. Oh,
no,
if you used Winterfell, you could have got that through.
Yeah, and I think that's when Cameron was asking, why didn't anybody tell me to use Winterfell?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I think we all looked at each other and smiled.
And
said,
the thing is that this was what, the fourth game
Yeah.
of the day.
Yep.
I've been playing.
Oh yeah,
like,
everyone's tired.
5-6 hours of
your
melee.
brain is
Yeah.
scrambled.
Everyone's tired of
after-
playing melee.
So then the Blackfish gets his one, Ned gets one, and then he doffs
Triggers.
one off onto
Yeah.
what's her name.
Exactly what you need.
Yep.
And I think at that point, that's when I said, is that it?
I think I got
I
15.
think I win.
That looks like 15 to me.
That's
We're
that.
shaking
Yep.
hands.
Yep. Shaking hands.
Me and Evan do not shake hands.
Oh, I would have shook hands with you.
Overall, very, very good tournament. Thanks, Cameron.
That was a
for
fun
helping
game.
Put
It-
that together.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
the way. It was
It,
really
it was a
good.
really good tournament.
Yeah.
There was some up and down in there. It
Yeah.
wasn't just one person had it and ran away with
Yes.
it.
Right.
It
Right.
was back and forth.
Yep.
I don't know. I think
Ti-
I was pretty steady the whole time. you
Ti-
know.
Tim and I didn't get close, but we each had our moment of glory, and we
Yeah.
just glory kill a bunch of guys.
Well, the
And,
thing is about this round is had our plan gone through, I kill some of his characters, you guys kill his characters, he kills some of my characters. Game would have gone longer. And
Yeah, yeah.
That would have been better for you.
Yep.
So really could have.
yeah, that's what I wanted to happen, but well.
Yes. Well,
Yeah, I'm still just stunned that Cat made it that entire game without a dupe.
Yep.
Yep.
All that stuff that could murder people out there.
Yeah.
There was more urgent threats.
Yeah.
Like,
People underestimate Catelyn, including me.
I think part of that is they just don't see a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that box dropped, and everyone was just like, "Yeah, you still got to run the forecast cap."
Yeah.
in most cases, I
And
would
it-
say you do.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, if you're building
Building that
straight
river.
Holly,
Mhm.
River run.
Obviously it's proved itself to be pretty decent.
Yep. Well, that's the game.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Enjoy the cleanup.
Bye.
Bye.
Some people say